Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV in our post ARR quest. 1 second, here I come. Boop. Hello everybody. And we are continuing. We're almost done with 2.1. And this doesn't look good. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing in irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous cavern would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and would have you remain with me until the end, Stab. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Whorleater. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. Mayhap it best that we do not forsake them entirely. Whorleater shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover a permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alizé shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Whorleater, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. All right, let's see. I love that. Is the best emote ever, I think. One day maybe I'll have my own version of it. Thou art ever welcome, Stab, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale is concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? And man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there a banner of his ancestor faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in the shadows remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. She also can't trade in items yet? Oh, really? Ooh, that sucks. So that wouldn't have even helped. To not be offended, Stab. Thy conduct has ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhaps it is the echo that hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of who? Alright, what's wrong with Velia? Whence came that cry? The solar? Well, Ferend, the antecedent. She had a little too much to drink. Stab, you must. Time to do a little spiritual spying. You're gonna need more skins? Really? Tell me, Louis Wall, would you have done the same? Louis Whorleater was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here, how? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others, your robes. Gifted but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly, the fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who? You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. And he is still... I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is there something the matter? I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's Toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth is there? What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive us not. Oh, you need a different kind of leather? What kind of leather do you need? I gave you a bunch of different kinds of skin. So it is with all but a chosen few. But even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. Bombira skins. I think I gave you a bunch of those. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea was wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And what if we did? There would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. You're gonna cry. Why are you gonna cry? I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. We may meet again as friends. You made the wrong pants? Oh no. Hey, at least you can probably sell them for quite a bit of money. Check the market board. You'll probably be actually happy you did. Wait, stay where you are. Still though. Ah! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor? I wonder. The ardor? I take it there's no need to explain. Oh, I'm sorry. Learning experience. Save your concern. He did mean no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I'm sorry. We heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. You need to lie down? I could fetch a flask of my special tonic. Special tonic? I want some of that taught to do. Urianshe, send word to the students of Baldesion. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference of an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Stab. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Wow, okay, bossy pants. Or should I say bossy no pants? Pray attend me, Tataru. Oh, he's right here. Just chilling. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Ooh, two of them. You're still having a whinge about your items? I'm sorry. You could desynth them and try and get some of your items back. Have you tried doing that? You did? Okay, smart. Alright, will you talk to me now? Slowing down your business? How rude of me. I know, right? You have waiting retainer customers. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? Who's this? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know how I only acted in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still. That much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Poof! Why'd I let him get away? I should have just shoved my sword in him. Oh, he appeared just for a second to say peekaboo again. I'm so glad that they added flying in A Realm Reborn. Really nice seeing these areas from above. So, like looking at this town, Vesper Bay, the layout, it just reminds me of like an old school RPG. Doesn't it? Like an old school top-down 2D RPG. Name one of your alts. Faust. Did I get it right? Oh, new name? Uwu Boo. I need to know what race they are. What are they gonna be? What are they gonna be? Thank the gods you've returned, Stab. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. And what did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of what does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much to reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. I'll think of one. Let us set aside the matter of the Ascian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. In truth, however, it is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianshe will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all that I have left of my father. Okay. You want to redo someone in honor of me? I see. Because you not got so many great Wi-Fi themed alts. What, like War Chief Wi-Fi, Grandmaster Noms, to name a couple. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Here's a journal. The father's final request, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, I can imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Why did I turn around? Like, it's a cell phone, essentially. Stab, this is Minfilia. I'm in the other room, but I'm too lazy to come get you. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. Oh, wait. Never mind, she left. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianshe, I bid you come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new 8th rite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Do I want a Lalafell or CB or BB? What's CB or BB? You're gonna have to explain that to me. Oh, cat boy or bun boy? Oh, well, obviously, a Lalafell, obviously. Oh, Stab, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it was as welcoming and comfortable as home for us in the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Oh God, is that Nero? It's Nero. Oh, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him to see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Stab, I do believe it's time you officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. That's right, we're gonna have to do the Crystal Tower storyline too, because it's required, right? The Crystal Tower quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. Okay. What do these unlock? These are all optional dungeons, aren't they? They are. Every single one? Oh my gosh, I forgot how many optional dungeons there were in A Realm Reborn. What is this quest? Anyway, I'll do it later. Also, this is a new place. Hey, it's Whorleater. Hey, everybody's here. Well, it certainly is spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. Oh yeah, openly, right? We're not secret anymore. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! Pants and shirts done, now shoes, gloves, and hats. Nice. I'm proud of you for doing this. Come on over your time stab, I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion has been met with silence. What? No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would have most certainly raised the alarm. No one could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldesion, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek from another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that the others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from the crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? or ochre or puce? Are these colors? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Astian menace, but I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Stab. I discern them all around, and disturbance is too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, and how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet as one. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. I'm just going to stare at this plant for a while. Oh, Krile, where are you? Krile. Elidibus, your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh ardor, and are now stronger in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purpose. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Okay, that is 2.1 there. All right, we're making some good progress. Hey, it's Yugiri. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request from assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors, until only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Why are crystals not monitored more closely? The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone with the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, that they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in the service of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for the Horizon at your earliest convenience. Is it me, or do crystals sound sus? I know, right? It's like drugs. Like, they need to monitor crystals like the United States does crack. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Yeah, like they need like beastmen sting operations. Yeah, they need to like hire beastmen to like try and buy shards and crystals off the black market, and then like go in and it's like a sting operation where they go in and they catch these people who keep selling to beastmen. They just need some beastmen narcs. That's what they need. You're the problem, you sell to the beastmen? Is that where you got those tens of thousands of crystals I just told you? Oh shit. Did I play part of this? Was I a fucking mule? Was I a crystal mule? Did you use me? Oh my god. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufu Lupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. You shushing me? I didn't even get paid for it. Do you know where I had to put all those crystals to get past security? Oh, hello there, Stab. Oh, hello there, Stab, was it? Ishtola said to expect you. Well, use your imagination. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of the crystal stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Oh, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspections and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. Royal Allegan Sunway? Why would they have something named after the Allegans? The cart bolted off towards eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning, yet the Amal Shah do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I failed to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps good news. It's good news after all. Dancrid, wherever have you been to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amal Shah friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. Somnus? The blades were calling one of the greatest hauls I've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. What's somnus? I gotta look this up. What is somnus? In Roman mythology, somnus is the personification of sleep. Okay, I'm assuming it means something different. Oh, somnus is drugs. It's actual drugs. Okay, so it's like opium, I guess. In Final Fantasy. So apparently somnus is a Final Fantasy drug. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our research somewhere else. Yeah, drugs in my MMO? Ew, ew. FBI. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Stab. Or it's not FBI. Who does drugs? Who does drugs? The DEA. Against all expectations, it would seem the Amaja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystal exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Oriange of our progress or lack thereof. Yeah, DEA.
Now then.
Did he just speak?
Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Oh, sorry, it's so quiet. Why would they voice those 2 lines?
Indeed, I shall remain watchful.
Oh, never mind, there's more.
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
This is back when he was... This is back when Oriange was voiced by Gideon Emery, right?
Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll.
Oh god. So Oriange says, hey, a girl stopped by, and the first thing Thancred asks is basically how hot she is. Is that what I'm getting?
Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
You miss those days, yeah.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
I will turn up voices real quick. I didn't realize voices also was voice acting. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we might yet find something of use nestled away within it. You know, as much as I love getting Emery, I think Oriange's current VA is better. Yeah, as much as I also love Gideon Emery's voice, his current voice actor is perfect. So, oh, but it's good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulupa. What is the disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there was someone amongst our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst? Thought that was obvious by now. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed, if for some reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they would instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, A lone Makote miner traveling without escort so as to not attract undue attention. She's talking about herself? But who? Oh, I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Whorleater. A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Stab? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Ahem, forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Wait, I'm confused. So, did I say Fruit Loops? Did I? Fruit Loopa? Oh no, Fulu-Lupa. It does sound like Fruit Loopas. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrendered. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. I like how Ishtola nods to him, like, Ishtola, you're not gonna be fighting, it's gonna be me. You're not gonna do crap. Oh, Fruit Loops is his name now. Yes, his name is Fruit Loops. Oh. It's a Stola. Stubborn to the last as expected. Are you unharmed? A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan, no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea-wolves, all of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. I'm just like looking back and forth. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters on Horizon, I have inquiries to make. Oh, Ishtola looks so cute in her mining outfit. To Horizon then. Fruit Loops will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Disagree? You don't think she looks cute in the mining outfit? All cat girls look dumb to you? Wow. That's pretty harsh. You're just kidding. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of Blades. He managed to subdue the unit of Blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Whoa. Oh, for the love of it. And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that summness we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, he was quite strong, a sea wolf, Lamintian born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him and have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. She looks very professional in her mining outfit. Yeah, I think she did. She also dyed it too, so she's got an eye for fashion. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together as a Ned, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? And I nod. That's awesome. I haven't read... It's been a long time since I've read this dialogue, if I even read it. Dumb question, but... Alright, what's your question? The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Because you don't remember, what causes her to lose her sight? Oh, okay, so without giving spoilers, if anyone's watching this on YouTube, the incident after A Realm Reborn causes her to lose her sight. Does that make sense to you? You were late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of our nations in the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best of circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs of the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Old Ostab, unless I'm mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan Swarm of the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you there in Ul'dah. Aight. You mean Thancred was fine? Thancred was not fine. If you remember, Thancred also has a disability. After the same incident, Thancred is not able to manipulate Aether, so he can't do any magic. He can now, but not after the incident. Sorry, I just have an itch on my eye. You want an off-screen explanation for this? Actually, it is a good time for that, because I need to use the restroom real quick. So just bear with me, YouTubers. I'm going to pause real quick, and I will be right back in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Oh God. All I ask is you summon your superior. Did she just let me talk to the manager? Is Yugiri a Karen? Is that what's happening? Is she a Karen? Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. My husband's a lawyer. My husband's a lawyer. That's what she's screaming. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more of your liking. Alphonso Levier at your service, a friend, which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associates at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Gloves made? What next? Pants? No, wait, you made pants. Feet? Shoes and hats. Can you auto make them? You can auto make them, right? Or am I wrong? Your gear is too scuffed? Oh. Why don't you invest in better gear? That's not a jab. I mean, like, it just seems worth the investment, isn't it? Think how easy it would be just to select the number 9 and have it auto make for you. Because you're cheap, motherfucker. I'd rather not spend my vast fortune of gills. Ah, okay.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
You know, Yugiri's original voice actor passed away.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms.
It's insane, but you cannot justify buying something off the market board if you cannot make it yourself. You don't need it. And yes, you know about her. I mean, here's the thing. Crafting gear is one of the only pieces of gear I can really justify buying, because it will allow me to make other gear. It's an investment.
Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here.
Alphino, that's so naive. You can't. The richest nation is always going to be the first every refugee goes to. They can't house everybody.
The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
Also, imagine if they granted the Doman refugees clearance while the Alamegans were still outside.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
He's such a...
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
This is before Ora were in the game.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
Her words make less sense now that there are Ora players running around everywhere.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Unsufferable prick. AR Alfie sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's an important part of his character development. But yes, I just want to punch him right in his face. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I have some saltines in my pocket. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Stab? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the Morrow Sea, but just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha! Go and call on Friedrich and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Wakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. What letters? My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instruction. Here's her letter. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Oh, wow. What a bigot. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak of the children, but if you ask me, any man that can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. God, what pricks. They didn't give any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Ugiri it's all in hand. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Ugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. You've been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we shall return to the Royal Promenade at once. Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Not as though, Lady Ugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your own words, and it is words that you must win the favor. It is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them. Assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep, come the Flame General waits us at the Royal Promenade. I don't think this goes well. Yeah, Alphino's a good boy now. One might say Alphino is best boy now. Oh no! Ooh, I thought I jumped off. A pleasure, Sergeant Addict. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Did he call me Sergeant because I'm a sergeant in the Grand Company?
I, Ugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Ugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
Taleji, I didn't know he was such a good guy this early on.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Yeah, who cares if he sees profit in it? Profit can be mutually beneficial.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Oh.
Lord Whorleater?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
Wait. Whorleater. Wait, I'm confused. Which one of these? Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, Graha is best boy. That's right.
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
It is true. It would be unfair to let them in if they shunned the Alamegans.
Mind your tongue, Whorleater.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future.
Oh. Does Taleji own a casino?
Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Taleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Well, 4-3.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Whorleater most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
I didn't realize they made Teleji Adeleji out to be such a good guy. This is like, oh, this is new to me. Like, after that scene, I would, like, totally love the guy. As you observed, Whorleater is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Ugh, but I waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Lil Dorito is a bad Lalafell? No, he's not, though. Lil Dorito is a good Lalafell. It's Teleji Adeleji that's the bad Lalafell. I think. I think that's how it is, right? Teleji Adeleji is bad. Whorleater is good. But after that cutscene, you would think the opposite. Oh, actually, I was curious. He called me Sergeant. Oh, look, I am a sergeant. I wonder if somehow I was a flame captain at this point. If he would call me captain. Sorry, one sec. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa Willaments or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I have more time to find an alternative. A place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. He literally just described Mordona. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week? Mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Agiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanode. The headquarters of my order and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by merchants and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need for able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with not safe food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself propose, Lady Agiri. Though I will not hear a word against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. Before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Stab. Okay. He's the guy Raban sends to meet his maker. Who, Whorleater? Oh, sorry, I skipped it. Teleji is the one that Raban sends to meet his maker, I believe. Teleji, right? No? I mean, I know. It's Teleji, right? Am I right? Teleji. We're concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey of Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momota has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such a time as they are ready to set out to Mordona. Tall Edgy is a good guy. Lil Dorito is a bad one. You want to bet? What do you want to bet on? I mean, what do you want to bet? I'll bet you on this one. Lil Dorito is a good guy. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they gain their strength. Alright, what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate do not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans across Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Mugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like you all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangements, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you. After you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What do you say? Oh, I know I'm trolling. No, I feel like you looked it up, realized you were wrong, and now you're pretending. Uh-huh. As we speak, the Domans prepared for departure of Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. No, for real, or it's messing. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm proud of you for knowing. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Stab, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Wow, bossy pants. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Okay. Vesper Bay, I think I have some tickets. Nice. Greetings, Alphinaud informed me that the Scions of this would be arriving to help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. You found knowns you can't mine? Really? What do you mean? What are they called? Aye, I knew from a glance what manner of a man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where have I failed. Legendary 90 notes, what? You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Yozen. He can tell you more. Alright. Yozen! Yozen! Oh, hello there. I'm Yozen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry. I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I need your help, though. We're just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Alright, time to hunt some children. You have as good as gear as you can get. Yeah, but if it's legendary, is it like questable? Like, do you have to do a quest? I found a child. A hiding child. Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? I'm Koharu, stab addict, eh? I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute, you're one of those, stallions, aren't you? Oh, I'm a stallion. No, scions. You know, then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, stab addict. You have the full set of script gear. Yeah, but, I mean... I believe, I could be wrong, that you have to purchase, lore? Is it lore? Like lore books to allow you to? You're gonna have to look it up. I think it's like, kind of like how kind of like how you have to get special books as a crafter to craft special items. But also keep in mind some of the best stuff. That's what's really hard about crafting and gathering. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have it melded? Are you playing? Ah, no fair. You didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to go ride a horseboard carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yosen says it's safe, I'll go. Yeah, melds are a big one for crafting and gathering. How to get a bird's eye view. I'm cheating and hiding and seek against children. How'd you get on the roof? How'd you find me? Ah, I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Oh god, that's kind of dark. Wonderful, all the children are accounted. Hide and seek. Ah, I see that you are curious. It is quite simple, really. Lady Ugiri thought it best that children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you were to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. What is this? Memes? Memes? More memes? More memes? Just a bunch of memes over there. Eager to be off, are you? Well, alright, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner of the Blade says we might have a problem. Fierce looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Whorleater. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but don't pay to gamble in this business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot's another story, so I was thinking you might go ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area is safe, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied, the way's clear. Meet us at outside horizon. The brass blades tell me the roads there is safe too, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Alright, let's go. Also, do you have high quality gear? Fun fact, HQ gear in the script gear same stats, so bleh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So you just need the materia to meld it. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. Well fought, sir. Well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill at Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Ugiri's kinsmen fell, least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owed to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, father, it was to she who was given everything, we shall give her all. Who has given everything, we shall give her all. Okay. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's Toll will grow and prosper by our hands. That's such a good attitude to have. Huh. Hey, Mr. Stab, Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. To go whither the wild rose blooms. So, you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Stab. I got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It's a stone throw from an imperial castrum? Oh, God. It is home to the signs of the seventh dawn. Oh, so you live with your friend? You live there with your friends? I mean, you'll always be there to protect us? Aw, I love these kids. Enough, guard. It's my turn again. Mr. Stab, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Eat your vegetables. Oh, yeah. Buy weapons and armor from Rowena. Rowena, is she nice? Are her weapons cheap? I don't have any money at the moment, but my father might. I'll have to ask him. All right. That's enough questions for Mr. Stab. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? I'm sorry, but you only get 2. I mean, nod. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Stab. I won't forget it. I'm going to be adventurer too. And then they both die 10 years later in Sestasha. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make adventurers an adventurer guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Stab and Lady Ugiri. Yeah, just like Mr. Stab and Lady Ugiri. Aw, those 2 are cute. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Sure. Not oftentimes the Warrior of Light gets to sit down. Quicksand. Wait, what? Yeah. Remember? He's a cat boy maid from one of those cafes. He's a cat boy from a maid cafe. Yeah. It wasn't me? What was it? I didn't hear it. Ah, Stab, I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No? No? I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Greer should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Why have me come here? It is past time Lady Ugiri met with the guild representative in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Laughborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri to Menphilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels. Why come here? They can eliminate certain steps of these quests even further. It was the weaker than your voice because they hate because they hate me. Yeah. And this must be the esteemed Lady Ugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may be, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Laughborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Laughborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. 7 Hellstuff. Why are you wasting time with me? Go to the Rising Stones. Sorry, some little prick told me to come see you first. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Tis no use. Oh, she's trying to still. Oh, poor Kryl. Our attempts to reach the students of Valdesian continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. But that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Geary is here. Please show her in. I would very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. Even in the event that Revenant's Toll could accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternate... in the event that Revenant's Toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must make our leave, as our first carriages are due to arrive any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slaffborn, Lady Ugiri. Stab. You know, something you may not know about A Realm Reborn and even Heaven's Ward is, Square Enix used to do this thing where they had the main city and then they had like an outpost, right? So in A Realm Reborn, there were obviously the 3 main cities, and then the outpost was Mordona. And then Heaven's Ward, obviously Ishgard was the main city, and then Idleshire was the main outpost. And they would start off really scuffed, and then with each major patch they would be built more and more. So in A Realm Reborn, the Domans are building Mordona, so every patch it improved more and more and more, and you got to see that progression. Same thing with Idleshire. They don't do that anymore though. Yeah, you do remember that. Especially in Idleshire, remember? Each major patch? Yeah, it was cool. Each major patch, you got to go to Idleshire and see what changes were made. Lemon and I will make the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel free at home upon their arrival, though I must admit that I am troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ishtola should be returning anon with the report from afield. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. Okay. And it's funny because there was always some poor guy that was like holding on for dear life from somewhere. And you would always like look for him in each patch wherever he was.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Why start voicing here? It's so weird.
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
Did Ishtola's voice change? It sounds like her voice actress stayed the same.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja, yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
What was that about?
such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless one. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
Hey, don't doubt Tataru.
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Primal! What is this? Pontus Max? I don't even know what that is. That looks like one of those paddles, if you know what I mean. Alright, I'm going to take a really quick restroom break here, guys. I will be right back in 3, 2, 1, and... Alright, I am back, and we are going on to the next quest, The Sea Rises. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Obviously, yes. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa to meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time and will doubtless have invaluable information to share. Alright, let's go to Limsa. Let me check my retainers while I'm there. You've cleared chat. Why did you clear chat of all the sus things we've been talking about? Let them see the sus. Let them know what they're getting into. Alright, time to go to... Gosh, this place is always so bussin'. You don't know, it seems like something to do every now and then. Yeah, true. Just keep in mind when you do it, if someone joins, it's gonna look like no one has ever talked to me in my entire life. You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. But since since 100% of the chats are your own, I will allow you to take ownership of that in case you want to wipe clean our conversation. That's fine. Welcome, friends. I take it as Jola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahuagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reverse venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Wow, racist. They call them fishbacks? Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, it will be trouble. I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as we did with Titan the last walked these lands. Okay. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to occupy our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would like to see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn to deny the wish of those whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak on the operation. Stab. Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahuagin movements within the Sapa spawning grounds. Upon completion of their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Breda has charge of the situation, of the garrison. Sorry. Alright, Camp School Valley. You know, it's interesting because Sahegans and the little guys. So Sahegans and so both Laminsa beast tribes were on the first when we were there, right? But and then also Almelja. What else were there? Mughals were not. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. I honestly think that Mughals and the Great King Mogmog the 12th, I think are connected with the 12th. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling that right here. It is January 23, 2022. Watch it. It's gonna happen. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the south's spawning grounds. Although it pains me to admit the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before, we must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine whether Whorleater might emerge, assuming it comes to that, and yet the return is long overdue. I fear ill have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would ask that you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sepsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into the enemy territory, however, we can ill afford to lose you at this junction. Okay. It's December? What did I say? January, sorry. It's December 23rd, 2022, not January. Is there anybody here? Aha. Here you go. Drink some booze. I'll do it with you. Skull! Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by serpent reavers. Light armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the serpent's tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Oh, so the beast tribe didn't even do it. It was the pirates? What? Why is this taking so long? What am I doing? Dismantling their body and putting it in my pocket? Just put it over my shoulder. There you go. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they've gone too far. I dread to think what may have come of the two who remained unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Ugh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't take your anger out on me. Thrice damn fishback bastards. Oh my god, that sounds dirty to say. I'll kill them slowly when they then chase their rotten souls through the seven hells. Something about fishbacks that is just doesn't feel comfortable to say. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose. Vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahuagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at an eighth route in the depth of Sapsta. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we must wait your orders, Admiral. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahuagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate goal objective is to take the Sapsta Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahuagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. A maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahuagin legions of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At that selfsame moment, a divisionary squadron formed of the galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. Okay. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahuagin defensive effort. Stab and Ashtola, you two are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Alright. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahuagins as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration movement unit of Ashtola and Stab. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Menphilia as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. All right, here we go. To battle. When last did we fight side by side, Stab? Too long ago, I warrant, but come, let us away. All right, I will away with you. Away with you. Oh, hello. Did you need something, Arok? Damn, you looking Chad. Oh! Thank you. I'm just gonna... I don't know how... I gave you all my glamour prisms. I gave them all to you. Every single one. I'll have to glamour them later. I'll glamour it before I do the Leviathan battle. To Ul'dah. let me just do this, and then we'll. I think we're almost to Leviathan. Plus, I want the first enemy I kill with it to be a primal. What am I doing here? Here? Oh, Pistola, you okay? Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the eighth rite is close at hand. Let us press on. Ooh, what is that? Oh, I can't see it. Hold on. You're also gonna make me a shield here in a second? Thank you. Is there... This is a dumb question. Is there an Ifrit shield? No? I see. They should make matching shields for the weapons.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Nice.
Did I miss much?
Whoa, what is that ability?
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Is this where he, like, becomes a rogue? Or is it he just showing off?
To the Aetheryte!
Wasn't he always one? No. He was a paladin, remember? Or at least he used paladin abilities. There was no rogue class at the beginning, so he always used gladiator and paladin abilities, like flash. Actually, I think rogue was introduced in this patch, actually. Rogue and ninja, obviously.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Yeah, they added a class mid-expansion. Well, it's not an expansion, but they added a class in a major patch. That's kind of weird, huh? It took them a while to get their, like, content flow.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
As they ignore the most important people.
Long have you shriveled Sorewalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
Interesting.
O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Why is like 500 people you know around? Around where? It's Friday.
Damn it all!
So a lot of people are probably playing right now.
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Huh. Interesting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Well, I mean, that's what you would expect from Leviathan, right? I understand. I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature, enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet, how in the seventh hells are we to prevent it? Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure. When Lemlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. Or but Lemlane, okay. In a straight fight, he would make meet and match one of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Alright, so you were gonna make me this shield too? Let's see. Ooh, that shield is amazing. Alright, let me get let me get some glamour. Oh, you bought me 45? Okay, okay. If you bought me 45, I'm not gonna buy any. You have no money to tele, but you're an old doll. You have no money to teleport? Why do you leave yourself with no money? This is your main character and he doesn't have money to teleport? I don't even know what to say. And you robbed Faust? Alright, here you are. I like your bat. Now you got some teleport money. Oh. I was confused. I thought this was what you got me. Yeah, look at that. Flame on! Nice. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I gave you some cab fare. You know, it's funny. Technically, wouldn't a very hot sword. I need two more what? So what other servers are gonna make? Oh, what other servers am I gonna make alts on? I need 2 more. Yeah, I need 2 more. I haven't decided. It'll probably be if any of them are preferred
there
worlds.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
No, I'm gonna stay on my same data center.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did.
Pleasure barges? What is a pleasure barge?
Way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Something I'm not allowed on? No, I got a season pass.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Oh,
Begging your
convenient.
pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder.
Yeah, I wonder how he knows about Mistbeard, you know what I mean?
By your leave,
He's
we might attempt to
Mistbeard.
repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Spoilers. Technically, after this patch, you find out in an optional dungeon, I think.
Now, from what I have gleaned
Or,
of these matters,
actually, I think it's just
the
assumed.
device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
I like how I nod, like I know what the hell he's talking about. Oh, yes, yes, a towing vessel.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well.
I think she likes him, by the way. I ship it.
Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Oh, sorry. Scared me. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best to be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man who has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral, but we have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. Oh god, is it the Leviabetus guy? I am declined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Estrella said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Stab, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosia. The Storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Oh god, if it's that guy. Where is it? I said Lower Lenosia, right? Oh. That lower. Oh god, I'm not attuned. Oh god. Hi, Erok. Looking dapper as usual. Aw, I forgot you had the fat cat map. One day I'll have it. Even though it's a corpse. I see you. I see you following me. Oh, it's kind of nice to have someone following me. I feel special. Oh god, it is this guy. No. Oh, I think I did a voice for this guy. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before, and you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over the mill, and also before... Gods, man. I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? Bah, suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it said that old tractome ain't a generous soul. Now pick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you ken. Ahem. The tale of all Tectone's epic victory over the dreadful, primal Livebeatus. Now, Livebeatus huge, make no mistake. To give you some idea about how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as my members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Well, I fought him. I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even got me, knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Well, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm a modest as well as heroic. Perhaps too modest. Now there's some, as you say, it never truly beat Levi beat us, but you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Oh god, he's gonna... he double takes. It's you. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention, is all. I'll take it back, everything I said. I was never part in the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm Chocobo Dung. No, all maggots you find on the wriggling of Chocobo's tongue. I have to lie to women to tumble them. That ain't happening much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. Oh my god. Dialogue here. I sure as hell didn't follow Levi beat us, but I have seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair years back when I was working as a beggar's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent some miles off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there and then. Why, oh gods, just remember that day made me soil myself all over again. But hey, wait, if you're asking after Liabetus, that means you're planning to fight him, ain't ye? Well, take care, he really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell ye. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his goat at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying horse, and I can't believe you made me handle Chocobo Dung. Yeah. Stab, this is Menfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon, Leviathan beat us? I see, that is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morbe dry docks. Pray make your way there as soon as you're able. Okay, we got it. And yes, I'll attune. Oh, look at that. Damn. What is this? Oh! Thank you, 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 thank you. Now I got a matching shield. It actually does match. Nice. What do you think? Eh? I don't know if I... There we go. How do I look? Some Chad must gave you that to make you look nice. Yeah. You'll never know how much of a Chad he actually is. You should see him heal sometime. Damn. So Chad. Oh, look, I need to go here anyways. I told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet provided fruitless, or I'm told. Okay. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. Twin Vessel, the Whorleater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her progenitus, Tanzage, she's been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whorleater and her crew are stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Oh wait, is there more? Ah, I know that look. You're ready. I've been constructed to having been constructed in some haste. The Whorleater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vilmelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will prove the power of corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over open water. There's the Lalafell called Waifufu. That's adorable. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Oh, Wafufu. I like Waifufu better. It is expected that the Sahuagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Ishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your divisionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsar, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Stola if he would join the 3rd levy and Lady Greeley the 5th. Okay. She lost her lunch boxes. Who? But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. Alright, I'm coming. Just one sec. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Stab. May the crystal bless and keep you. Yes! Alright, let's see. Poor Wafufu's food court is light, a few lunches, and she needs help locating her lost meals. Oh, woe is me, I seem to have got a misplaced 4 of my packed lunches. Whatever am I to do? I can hear Altheabrand's belly grumble from all the way over here. I'm certain I made enough for everyone, so it must be that I either dropped a few or gave some to the wrong fellows. Oh, did you hear that? It was Arden's belly again. He does not look at all pleased, does he? I must stay with my car, but if you would please search the dry docks and see if you cannot find those lunches, I would be eternally grateful. Might even whip up some together for you and get... Ah, did you see that? Interim just gave me the evil eye. If those lunches don't turn up, I'm afraid he'll come over and here and eat me. Okay, we gotta save her. We got 1 packed lunch. How many are there? Wafufu, we need 1 of our lunches back, you say? And here I was thinking the lass had eyes for me. Not that she's me type, mind you. I like me when a few hands taller, a few pounds heavier, and a few shades bluer, if you catch me drift. I wouldn't have minded an extra meal, though. Man can work up quite a craving when he's been pounding and stretching and shaving sheets of iron all day. Aw, he thought the girl was flirting with him. You helped her. I'm gonna help her too. Don't tell me you came to collect my lunch. I can see it in them accusing eyes of yours. Sure, I knew right well that none of these lunches were meant for me. What with today being my day off and all, but I never thought little Wafufu would miss just one. If I give back the lunch, would you promise me you'll not mention that it was I who took it? I don't want the lass to think I was trying to swindle her. Though that's the sort of what I was trying to do. But she doesn't have to know that now, does she? Right then, carry on. Please tell me you found all the lunches. I swear everyone has shifted several paces closer since you started. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You did it. I found all the missing lunches. Now perhaps I can rest in peace knowing that Atburn won't be indulging in his cannibalistic fantasies, at least for today. Jesus Christ, cannibalistic fantasies. Alright, I gotta do Whorleater. You wanna come along? Ooh. That's a little chonker, isn't he? Little chonker kitty. Do you have... Alright, we're gonna do a mount off. Oh god, I kind of feel bad for this guy. I'm joking. I immediately break the one rule of mount off, and that's no store mounts. Alright, you ready for Whorleater? It has butterflies, does it? It does. Oh god, just do not tell my mom that you're into butterflies. Oh, only the leader may register for duties. You tell my mom you're into butterflies, you're gonna get nothing but butterfly themed gifts for the rest of your life. Oh, you ready? Yeah, I mean, but you get Disney because she likes Disney, right? Like, she likes Disney. She doesn't know what you want, so she gets you what she likes. I mean, my whole family's obsessed with Disney, so. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna snuck out of there. It's time to give people things to... That'd be me, like, giving Otoma games? No, would it? Or Dracula movies. Sometimes you give people things that you like, hoping that they'll learn to like them, or you'll find out they like them, so that you can share your interests. There's nothing wrong with sharing your interests, as long as it's not forced, right? Ooh, we got armor. It looks better with the armor. You know why? You know why it looks better with the armor? Because the armor makes the tail longer. I think that the tail on the default model without the armor is too short. What do you think? Like, look how much longer it is. So I'm gonna stand here. I'm right where, okay, I'm where the tail ends on this model. Change to the non-armored model. Look how short it is, it's so stubby. Little stubby tail. I'm going to hit this bird. It's an interesting touch here. Did they do this in real life? I'm assuming it's to make sure there's no rock falls, but oh boy. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, so it just left us there. You know, if Leviathan just leaves us alone. Remember when you were farming for this pony and you were like doing it with that other guy, I forget his name, and like it was just the two of you that needed it. I went in to help and I rolled a 99. they didn't redo this fight, did they? I'm seeing more ads than I was expecting. Oh god, that was easy. Easy peasy. Three comms, I got 3 comms. Oh, lives the limits now. It's not because I earned it, it's just by default. I think my name stands out. What is this weapon? Oh. Nice. Knowing the urgency of our business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your last few visits, but today I will permit myself to say it a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Wait, when he says that, when he says the Admiral is waiting for me in the command room and winks, I feel like I'm about to be sexually assaulted. Oh good, more people are here.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you.
You don't know, she might like to be watched. Yeah, my friends just watch as I get essayed over the desk.
Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Oh, 'tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service. See, this is what tips your hat to that he's Mistbeard. She says, would that I have had a man like Mistbeard in my service. And yeah, you see his face? You cheeky bastard.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight.
Is what making me laugh? I mean, there's lots making me laugh.
Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge
You're
and
sus,
skills will
yes.
serve us well.
Reminds me of
Besides, your art is not so outlandish as
the
you
God
think.
of War animation.
Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own.
That's the rogues,
By my
the rogue
judgment,
guild.
it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
He's trying to be all cool. He's trying to be cool in front of Ugiri, and he just got put in this place.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Ugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
Oh, that's good.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Yeah, this is the patch that allowed you to become a rogue and then a ninja.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Now, it's informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping the letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for the inconspicuous Huron man and present the letter to him. He serves as the gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you will be introduced abide in the shadows of Lumensian society. They value their independence more highly than pirates and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariable wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far as their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. All right. Oh, there it is. Can I jump down? Yes! Got business with me, venturer? So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shy-eaten grin. But what with all those doe-eyed wenches about? I suspect he's got his hands full. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner that Merwebs says wants to train with us. Welcome to Linsa, milady. I'm Iguria Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. I love your emotes. And so you've developed fighting techniques suited for this purpose. I see. I know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you Geary of Do-What's-It, we can get acquainted in a more private surroundings. Ha! That didn't come out right, did it? Master Stab, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domas. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. No, I'm a paladin. I don't need you. See, look at that. You're telling me that's not of fate. Alleged. Ugear has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I've kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured, I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minophilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright, going to the Rising Stones.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight.
You looked up Lil Dorito, and?
With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend.
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
That's what Cryo was. I was right and you weren't. You said you were joking. Were you not joking?
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
I knew you were convinced. I knew you weren't joking. You ready to see this little shit look he stays behind? Look at this. You're telling me he's not evil?
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Yeah, they do look more sus.
Revolution.
Revolution. Yeah, you see the little shit. Hey, and we finished with 2.2. I think this is a good ending point. I need to take a little bit of a break. Thank you guys. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.